Today we're going to be working on slide number 8. Slide number 8 is going to be where we begin to put the information that we've gathered into paragraphs. The previous slides, we're going to need to go to the upper left-hand corner and click on the plus sign to add a new slide. We don't want it in the second slide, so we're going to drag it all the way down to the very last slide. So it now becomes slide number 8. We don't want the format to look like this, so we're going to change it a little bit. We want this top box to be the introduction. So I'm going to adjust the size of this box, and just like before, you're in charge of being creative, so you get to make it however you'd like it to be. And this box is actually where we're going to type our introduction paragraph. Remember, there are 5 different paragraphs that we're going to include in our writing. The first one is our introduction. When we're writing the introduction paragraph, this is where we said we can ask a question, use an onomatopoeia, and then a connecting sentence, right? So your choice, I'm just going to write down your choices, and then you guys will change it to what you need it to be. So we might ask a question, and then a connecting sentence, or you might use a sound effect word. We use those are called onomatopoeias. We would use a sound effect word and then a connecting sentence. So you're going to decide which one you're going to use for your introduction. Are you going to use a question and a connecting sentence, or a sound effect word or onomatopoeia and a connecting sentence? That's what we're going to, and this is where you're going to type it. You're just going to type it just like a paragraph, just like we've been doing all year. You're going to type that right here. After you're done with your introduction, we're going to need to add another slide. So I'm going to go down to the bottom. I'm already on slide number 8. I'm going to go ahead and add the next slide. The next slide is going to be body paragraph number 1. Okay. Body paragraph number 1, we're going to talk about a few things about your person. So we're going to include things in this paragraph. The things I want you to talk about are their early life and education. Okay. So all the things that you gathered about their early life and education, you're going to make into a paragraph here. Okay. Remember that the way we organize our writing, okay, is still going to be the same. We need a green sentence. A green sentence says what your paragraph is going to be about. Like, there are many important details about the early life and education of George Washington. That could be my green sentence. Then I need a purple. Remember that a purple is a transition word or phrase, and the purple connects our writing and helps it to flow smoothly. Examples of purple might be first, next, last, first of all, to begin. Those are examples of purples. Then we're going to need our yellow. Our yellow sentence is our detail sentence. It might tell more about the topic, or the green sentence. For example, we might say that first, George Washington was born on this date. Okay? The yellow tells more about the green. And then finally, we're going to have an orange. An orange is an explanation. It's the place where you're going to show your evidence. It's the place where you're going to tell me more about the yellow. So the orange tells more about the yellow. The yellow tells more about the green. Okay? I'm going to put some other words in here just to kind of help you remember. A green sentence is kind of like a topic sentence. Okay? A purple are also known as transition words and phrases. A yellow is a detail sentence. It tells more about the topic. And an orange is an explanation or elaboration. Tells why or tells more, okay? Now remember that this part will repeat. So I'm going to have a purple, yellow, orange, another purple, yellow, orange, another purple, yellow, orange, and then it would be a red. It's a little smaller so you can fit all that in. Purple, yellow, orange, purple, yellow, orange. And then a red. And remember, a red is a conclusion sentence. So usually our red sentences have things like, as you can see, and all in all. A green sentence and a red sentence are very similar. A green sentence tells what you're going to talk about, and a red sentence tells what you talked about already. This is the same writing format that we've used all year long. So I don't think you'll have any problem with putting your information into a paragraph form here, okay? I do want to make sure you know you do not have to color code them like I did. That's not necessary. Just regular writing just type it right in here is fine. This is just to kind of help you remember what your writing should look like. It's important that after you've finished writing your paragraph, that you read it over yourself, and that also you let somebody else read it. A grown-up, a big brother or sister, anyone who can read over it, and make sure you didn't make any silly mistakes. That's the end of slide 8 and 9.